So World Mobile just did a partnership with a company in the Philippines called Community Wireless Corporation. So this company has about 8 million users, and they partner with World Mobile. So I guess they are going to have over 2,000 like locations to deploy, right? They mainly are focusing on rural and underserved communities in the Philippines. Now, this is a great thing for us that are following World Mobile and are supporting World Mobile, because that's more users that we get. Now, just imagine 10% of that. How much is that? Like 400,000, if I'm not mistaken? 10%? But, or is it? No, it's 800,000. So imagine 10% or even 5%. That's 400,000 users into the World Mobile network. Now, obviously, we still have to do the ARPU for that. But then again, the usage consumption goes high. The conversion rate of users also goes high over time, because obviously word of mouth. Once people realize that World Mobile is providing internet service in those areas, that's really awesome. Obviously, I know it's going to take some time, but it's a big thing. That's a big partnership. 8 million users from that company. You should imagine 5% of that, right, going into World Mobile. Obviously, EarthNode's like me. I'm an EarthNode owner. I'm trying to get a second EarthNode. Hopefully, I do. So that's why I've been working a lot. But obviously, EarthNodes are going to get paid for running that network. EarthNode operators are also going to get paid, and everybody benefits from it. The community benefits from it, the users benefit, and everything's not getting passed down to a big telecom company. And I think World Mobile gets about 10% of that, if I'm not mistaken. But that's a great thing. Now let's run some numbers. Let's say we have 8 million users. I don't know if you can see this well. 8 million users in the Philippines, and let's say we get a fraction of that. Let's say we get 5% of those 8 million users, will equal to 400,000 users. Let's say initially we get 400,000 users, and let's say the RPU in the Philippines is $2 to $4 a month. So that would mean that at 400,000 users, multiply that by $2 to $4, right? That would mean World Mobile Network will be getting around $1.6 million a month. And then let's multiply that by a year. If we multiply that by a year, that means World Mobile will be getting between 9 million to 19.2 million a year in revenue for the network, right? So if you're an EarthNode holder like myself, which this is just a guess, it's not completely true, but let's say you get a total of, I don't know, 10% of the network. What is 10% from $10 million? 1 million. So then you divide 1 million. So you get $10 million a year. If World Mobile gets $10 million a year, and EarthNode operators get 10% of that, that's $1 million that it gets distributed among all EarthNodes, right? Hypothetically. And so if we divide that by 1,000 EarthNodes in the network, that means EarthNode operators will be making about $1,000. That's about $83 a month that we'll be making. That's passive income. I know it might not be a lot, but obviously the more the network scales, the more money you will make. And that's only 5%. 5%. Obviously over time, I'm sure they will start onboarding more and more users. So if we do the math on that, let's say we get, I don't know, 50% of the 8 million users. That's 4 million users that we'll be getting. With 4 million users, we'll have World Mobile will be making around 8 million to 16 million a month. Now, we're not talking about years anymore. We're talking about months, right? So that will mean that in a year, right? Because if we multiply that by 12, as you can see here, if we do that in a year, World Mobile will make between 96 million to 192 million. That's how much the network will make, between 96 to 192 million a year. What would that mean for EarthNode operators? Well, for EarthNode operators, 96 million, multiply that by 10% equals 9.6 million. Then we divide that by 1,000 EarthNodes, will mean each EarthNode will be making around $9,600. That's the bare minimum. The most will be $19,200. That's with half of those users, half of the 8 million users that they partner with. So that tells you then the scale of EarthNodes and why I believe EarthNodes are very crucial, and they're like a one in a generation investment, because it's passive income. Also, I haven't mentioned this, but they're starting to be quantum resistance. So EarthNodes are a very big thing, and that's the reason why I haven't made YouTube videos, because I've been working Monday through Sunday. I've been trying to acquire my second EarthNode, because I truly believe in EarthNodes, that they will be a big success. Hopefully in the future, if God allows, I'll be able to make more of these videos and support World Mobile more. But lately, I haven't been able to. I've been grinding non-stop. I haven't had a break in a while. But as you can see here, with half of those 8 million users that they just partner with that company, you'll be making between $9,000 to $19,000 a year more as an EarthNode operator. Obviously, you got expenses that you have to run, and other things, but this is only in the Philippines. Obviously, if you get all 8 million users, that's more. That's close to $40,000 a year. But that's only in the Philippines. Imagine throughout the world. Imagine when World Mobile goes all over. Imagine when we get 1 billion users for World Mobile. How much EarthNodes will be making, right? Imagine in the United States. In the US, the RPU in the US is a lot more. It's not $4. It's fucking what? $30 to like $60, sometimes even 80. So do the math on that. 1 million users in the US, right? 1 million, multiply it by not 30, multiply that by $30 minimum, right? $30. You know what? I'll do the math for y'all. 1 million users in the United States, 30,000. I'm sorry, not 30,000. $30 a month. That means World Mobile will be making about 30 million a month. $360 million for that year. Let's say 10% of that goes to EarthNode operators. Let's just say there's 1,000 EarthNode operators. That is $36,000 a year as an EarthNode operator you'll be making. That's 1 million users. If you look at the scale of was it Verizon and AT&T, if I'm not mistaken, they got like around 100 million users, if I'm not mistaken. So like 100 million users, you multiply that by $30, which is the bare minimum. It's like what, $3 billion? 100 million users in the United States, multiplied by $30 minimum. That's about $3 billion a month. Multiply that by 12. That's $36 billion. 36 billion a year. Multiply that by 10% for EarthNode operators. Let's say EarthNode operators get 10% of that. That's $3.6 billion for all 1,000 EarthNodes. Let's divide that by 1,000. That means if World Mobile reaches 100 million users, which I don't know if it will, but if it reaches 100 million users in the United States, Earth node operators will be making about $3.6 million. So you guys see why I'm so obsessed with these Earth nodes? Obviously, I'm still doing the whole Unity thing. I actually was accepted into the what's that called? What they call it? Conjure testnet for the clones. I spoke to my wife. She said she's willing to operate that. Obviously, I was gonna give her the rewards for it. And also, Unity did something like with wiring, where you can wire to your bank account. I'm gonna have to make a video of that. That looks real nice. But besides the point, Earth nodes are very special. I'm praying to God I can get me a second Earth node. So that's why I've been working a lot, and that's why I haven't made any videos. But hopefully in the future I'll be able to make more videos. I love World Mobile. I love what they do. I love their vision. But besides that, I mean, there's really nothing else for me to say. I actually got to get back to work, because if not, I'm never going to get done. But yeah, thank you guys. Thank you for whoever watched this video. I appreciate you guys. But I don't know if you guys can see, that's the vision I see with World Mobile. It's something big, and I have told people about World Mobile. Most people don't listen. You tell people about, hey, you know, there's a new company, you know, they're changing the game, but people don't care. They don't care until it gets big, right? That's basically how it is. But I know there's people like myself out there who have been consistent with World Mobile. They see the future, they see the vision of World Mobile, and they're there. I'm sure a lot of us are doing that right now. And you know, some of us are going to take advantage of it, some of us won't. But hopefully in the future, like Mickey said, when the token hits $10, right? When the token hits $10, he said there's going to be a barbecue at his place. Well, hey, I would love to be in that area, right? Shit, if World Mobile tokens hits $10, I'll be a damn millionaire. Ooh, that's funny. That is funny. I'll be a damn millionaire if World Mobile hits $10. But anyways, back to what I was saying. Thank you for watching. Take care. Damn, people are looking at me like I'm a crazy person on the fucking phone. Oh god, that's funny. All right, I'll let y'all go. All right, peace.